Ladies and gentlemen, I am James Matthews, your official PCW commentator, and a brawl has broken out. We're starting things off hot and heavy with the BW champion, Chris Copeland, fighting the PCW Hardcore champion, Austin Mavericks. Let's show you guys how this all happened just moments ago while the intro was going off. This is what happened. Look at Austin Mavericks. We were doing an interview with him, and of course, Tommy Mason and Chris Copeland comes up and tries to start stuff with him. Actually, Tommy Mason pushes a little game of push back and forth, and boom, a huge fist to the jaw of Tommy Mason. But as you saw, a quick wham kick out of nowhere by Copeland, a cheap shot. And as you can see, that's why we start the show with Copeland in control with those stomps. And we go back live here, ladies and gentlemen. Tommy Mason has seemed to be finally getting up from that huge punch. Chris Copeland humiliating Austin Mavericks right now. And ladies and gentlemen, I need to remind you one more thing. Austin Mavericks still has to defend that hardcore title against Mystery later on tonight. We'll have to see if the card is subject to change in a huge bullhammer. Chris Copeland just tossed the PCW Hardcore champion Mavericks, and Mason caught him with a huge bullhammer. Tommy Mason is another man who has a huge match he should be preparing for. He doesn't even know who his opponent is tonight. They're going to try it again. Oh! Austin Mavericks outsmarted him. That's not a good thing when you get outsmarted by Austin Mavericks. But it happened, and now Austin Mavericks seems to be in control here. Mavericks needs to find a way to take out Mason, which it looks like he has kind of neutralized him, so he can kind of take on Copeland one-on-one. And, okay, excuse me, I've just gotten word from our general manager that this is now a Falls Count Anywhere match. Impromptu, and you know what, with Path to Glory coming on BEW this Sunday, that's going to put a lot of momentum if Copeland can get a victory in a Falls Count Anywhere match on Austin Mavericks here. And Austin Mavericks goes for a 2 count, or a pinfall, and only gets a 2 count. Like I said, Austin Mavericks has thankfully and luckily for his own sake neutralized Tommy Mason here. This is PCW's second ever pay-per-view, and I'm not going to lie, I was not expecting an impromptu brawl. Like I said, we were cutting a PCW... Oh, Austin Mavericks trips Copeland up on that heater tank or whatever. But we were doing a PCW exclusive interviewing Austin Mavericks about his match later on tonight against Mystery. And as you saw, Tommy Mason and Chris Copeland had to come up and ruin the party. Oh, and a huge kick to the tippy top of the head of Austin Mavericks. Copeland is really getting in control right now. Maybe he's going for a huge, a neck breaker, but it looks like Austin Mavericks tried to reverse it. Kind of planted his own head. He kind of hurt himself a little bit more than he would have if he would have countered it right. And Chris Copeland going with some quick leg drops to just kind of wear down the stamina of Austin Mavericks. Austin Mavericks has those huge tree trunk-like legs. He's got to take those out if he's expecting to win this impromptu Falls Count Anywhere match. Guys, stay tuned because, like I said, I don't know if this is going to change or not, judging by this match, but Austin Mavericks is set to defend his hardcore title tonight still against Mystery. We'll have to see. Chris Copeland was angry at the fact that he was not booked on tonight's PCW pay-per-view, so he kind of made his own match, considering he lost to Austin Mavericks on episode 16 this past Friday on PCW TV. The brawl is spilling out to the outside region of the arena here. Austin Mavericks, looked like he was going for Tommy Mason's version of the kill switch, but that ended up kicking him right in the shins here. Just bodying pretty much Chris Copeland, taking him down here. What's he going for? Maybe like a powerbomb here. Oh, wait a minute now. He set him up for like a razor's edge. Wait a minute. Oh my God. Chris Copeland might have a broken neck. Someone better go check on him right now. Chris Copeland is hurt and hurt badly. Tommy Mason is nowhere to be seen to help out. Wait a minute, here he comes. As I was saying that, Tommy Mason just blasts Mavericks, runs right past me. Tommy Mason now. Chris Copeland is hurt. Copeland should be thanking Mason right now for kind of distracting Mavericks a little bit. I haven't seen Copeland move once here. Mason is trying to, help him out here. He's checking on him, see if he's okay. Chris Copeland may have either a broken neck or a broken back. That was sick. Tommy Mason just throws Copeland on top of Mavericks. Did not get him. Could not get the pinfall that time. I think Copeland now is seriously regretting having this impromptu Falls Count Anywhere match, considering that huge razor's edge into a tree Oh, and a huge drop kick to the forehead of Austin Mavericks. And I'm not kidding, ladies and gentlemen. That was Chris Copeland's spine connecting with the trunk of a tree. His neck landed very awkwardly across it as well. I envy Copeland right now. How much back pain? Oh, what is that? Oh my gosh! Wait a minute. That looks like maybe like a pipe or something. Oh, he just hit Mavericks upside the head with a pipe and hit him in the shoulder. Chris Copeland now and Mason working together now. These two men are best friends. This is uncalled for, though. Shouldn't be a double team match. Wait a minute. Oh! He just hit Mason. Inadvertently, Copeland just hit Mason with that pipe or whatever that foreign object was. Mavericks is now taking control of the match once again, neutralizing Mason. Oh, now dragging Mason. What's he going to do with him here? Just let go. Maybe. Oh, I see what he's trying. He was trying to lure Mason in so Copeland will come back. Oh, here we go. Both men chasing after Mavericks. Mavericks pushing Copeland off of him. Oh, Mason. Oh, a huge clothesline there knocks Copeland down. Mason went off camera. I'm not kind of sure about this one. I think Mavericks needs to keep an eye on Mason as well while he's beating down Chris Copeland. Now he's dragging Copeland. Seems to be back to the mattresses. Oh, but Copeland definitely did hit nothing. Not anything near the mattress right there. Wait a minute here. Oh! A Pele-like kick to the forehead of Austin Mavericks from Chris Copeland there. Tommy Mason seems to be getting back in this action. Like I said, Tommy Mason and Austin Mavericks are still booked in matches tonight. I don't see why these men are given so much. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Tommy Mason messes up, going for, I think he said a Canadian Destroyer. There's no way he was hitting that on Mavericks, but Mavericks gets a back body drop on Mason. But like I said, Austin Mavericks still has to defend his hardcore title against Mystery. Tommy Mason still has to defend his PCW world title against a mystery opponent who we don't know who it is. All we know from our general manager, Josh Chadwell, is that it's a blast from PCW's Past, and Chris Copeland hits a diving knee drop on Mavericks right to the throat region. It's a blast from PCW's Past. Could be anyone that's ever wrestled in PCW. We don't know who it is. Speaking of which, Austin Mavericks, like I was talking about earlier, he has held this hardcore title. He is the longest reigning hardcore champion of all time with 131 days. The longest reigning PCW hardcore champion of all time. That's something that Austin Mavericks can hang his hat on forever, because that is going to be one hard accomplishment to beat. 131 days. And, it might last longer if he can get a victory over Mystery tonight. If that match even... Oh, my God! Weapons are getting brought into play. Falls count anywhere. No DQ, remember. But if he can get a victory over Mystery, who knows how long he can last. But once again, like I said, Chris Copeland disrespecting, just stomping that sled or whatever it is into the face of Austin Mavericks. Oh, Austin Mavericks trying to counter and gets the sled right back in his face. Mason standing off to the side right now, which he shouldn't even be involved right now. Mason, this is a business between Chris Copeland and Austin Mavericks. Chris Copeland is upset that Austin Mavericks got what he calls a fluke victory over him at PCW TV episode 16, which was supposed to be the final encounter between these two men. But Copeland has other ideas, and he has a trash can lid. Wait a minute. Oh, bad idea for Copeland. Mavericks kicks the trash can lid right back into the face of Chris Copeland. Tommy Mason once again getting out of... Oh, wait a minute. Tommy Mason has that sled. Austin Mavericks has his back turned. He doesn't even know that Mason has the sled here. Going for a chokeslam on Copeland here. Oh! Hits the sled right to the top of the head of Mavericks. Mavericks is surely taking a beating here tonight. Wait a minute. And a huge leg drop. The famouser-like leg drop to the outside by Copeland to Mavericks. And unfortunately only gets a 2 count there. Mason... The look of astonishment and disbelief is on the faces of both Mason and Copeland right now. They can't believe that did not put away Austin Mavericks. And here's looks to be like a tiny... Oh, my gosh. That was like a tiny little steel... Maybe a bench or a chair. Hits him twice over the back. And a third time for a good measure on Austin Mavericks. Austin Mavericks is really taking a beating. Once again, I'm not sure if he can even compete against the match against Mystery tonight. Mystery, he might just have to forfeit the title. Wait a minute. Pushes both men off. Wait a minute. Double clothesline. Turning both men. Flipping both men inside out. Oh, my Lord. That was a huge move. And goes to the cover on Chris Copeland. Copeland kicks out at the count of 2 here. Once again, Mavericks needs to get Copeland down just enough in time to neutralize Mason from hopefully the rest of this match. Oh, and a kick right to the side of the head, right to the ear region. That's got to pop an eardrum. Mason is standing off to the side. Looks like Copeland just said he's got it. He's telling Mason to go grab something for him. Oh, wait a minute. He told him to pick up... Yeah, he told him to put Mavericks somewhere. I think he told him to put it on top of that tank. Look at that. Mason grabbing Mavericks by the ear. So methodical is Mason at times. Look at this. Oh, just punching that ear. The one that Copeland kicked. Not only did Copeland kick Mavericks in that ear, Mason just picked him up by the ear and punched him right in it. Mason here, what is he thinking? Is he going to try to... Oh, wait a minute. I was going to say he looked like he was going to try to suplex Mavericks, but he changes. Wait a minute. They're dangling Mavericks over that tank. What is this? Both men have smiles on their faces. What is this? They have sick plans. Oh, my Lord. A Hangman's DDT off that tank onto the 200, almost 300-pounder Mavericks. And Copeland drops an elbow drop here. And he only gets a 2 count. How did Mavericks manage to kick out of that? That was a sick Hangman's DDT. I would not blame him if he couldn't have kicked out of that. Come on, Mavericks, just give it up. You've taken a beating. You know, you still have a match against Mystery to defend that hardcore title. You know, no one's going to call you anything but a man for taking a beating like this if you lose. Come on, wait a minute. Oh, and a huge RKO, a running RKO. That is a move that Chris Copeland has used to put many of men away. 1 and a 2 and a 3 count. Copeland wins this impromptu false count anywhere. Let's watch the instant replay package we've set up. Here's this huge move that I thought was going to be the end of the match. That is a sick move. A razor's edge to a tree here. And here you go, seeing the weapons that were involved here. Here's Mavericks kicking the trash can lid back into the face. There's Mason getting involved. And here comes that huge famouser, which I thought would put Mavericks away right there. But Mavericks still hung in, but he couldn't hang in much longer. There's that huge RKO, which puts another man away in the arms of Copeland. Copeland, here we go. Watch it one more time, the 3 count here. Tommy Mason just sitting off to the side. He doesn't even need to do anything else. Back to live action here. Chris Copeland celebrating this humongous victory here. And wait a minute, I'm getting word. Someone just ran over past me and just told Mason something. What did someone just tell Mason? Mason just said he's gonna help Mavericks to his match. Yeah, I'm just getting word that the mystery Mavericks match is happening for the hardcore title. Come on, guys, you can't be serious. Josh Chadwell, we need to get him on the phone. Our general manager, Josh Chadwell, we need him on the phone now. This match cannot happen. Oh my God, do not put this up. This match cannot happen. Mavericks is not in the right state of mind right now to be competing any longer. Look at Mason is literally dragging Austin Mavericks and the PCW Hardcore Championship to the ring. Mason even just said he'll be special guest referee. Looks like Mason and Copeland are calling the shots tonight on this pay-per-view. Look at Mystery rushing out. This is your opportunity, kid. I would love to see Mystery become another champion once again, become a 2-time hardcore champion. But come on, Mystery, not like this. No, you're one of the good guys, Mystery. Come on, you play by the rules for once. Come on, Mystery. Mystery's been having a tough time as of late, ever since losing to Copeland and losing that shot at the BW World title. He just hit a huge frog splash, though. 3 count. We have a huge new upset victory. We have a new hardcore champion. Mystery's just become a 2-time PCW hardcore champion. The 131-day reign of Austin Mavericks is over. Mystery is the new PCW hardcore champion. Tommy Mason looks so proud of his work. Let's watch this one more time. Beautiful. Soaring, literally soaring through the air was Mystery. That was a beautiful frog splash, but come on, that was a cheap way to win, guys, and Mystery knows it, Mason knows it, everyone that's watching this video knows it. Mason is so proud of his work, and yeah, here you go, guys. I know you don't want to see him again, but guess what? Tommy Mason is wrestling one more time. This is our main event, unfortunately, versus Tommy Mason. Here he comes. Look how cocky he looks. Yeah, I hope you're happy. You just cost Austin Mavericks 131 days of pretty much pointlessness. All that you could just throw away in the trash. Oh, and guess what? Yeah, Chris Copeland just walked past my broadcasting table. He's special guest referee. Once again, Tommy Mason and Chris Copeland are definitely calling the shots. I want to see who this mystery man is. I gotta see. I want to see him just knock Mason's teeth down his throat. I am sick and tired of both of these men. Now, what do you got to say, Mason?
World champion Tommy Mason and Josh Chadwell, our general manager, has told me that I am going to get a blast from the past, a blast for PCW's past, okay? So a former PCW superstar is going to come and challenge me What the? Who is it? Dallas Jackson? David Dorsey? Nathan Nagel? Joey Davis? Charlie Lopez?
Matthew Rodericks?
Gosh,
Montel Gibson,
I think he's
it's Jacob Rollins.
It's Jacob Rollins. I knew it. But, cameraman, go and see who it is. Bring him out. Bring him out. Check cameraman.
Tommy Mason really... Oh, wait a minute. What is... Oh, wait a minute.
Guy, I call him genocide.
Wait a minute, ladies and gentlemen. We've seen this promo. We've seen it in the first couple episodes of PCW, but that was months ago.
See this cool, blind world. For the past several years, I have been hiding behind a wall of darkness, and now I can finally see the light. And they thought they knew me. They thought they had me figured out. They know nothing. The PCW is in for a rude awakening, because I'm back. PCW.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've heard much about this man. 2 months ago, he sent us this weird video, and he somehow got it onto episode 2 and episode 3, if you want to go back and watch it, but you just saw it. Are we really going to see who this is? There he is. It's taken 2 months for him to come, but he's finally come to the PCW arena. Wait a minute, but I thought it was supposed to be a former PCW superstar. This man calls himself Genocide. I'm getting word, yes, this man's name is Genocide. Wait a minute. The face looks familiar, though, but I just can't put a name with a face right now. This man has, in fact, wrestled for PCW at one point in time. Mason, look at Mason. Good, Mason. I hope you get your butt whooped by whoever this is. I'm getting word now that... Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just getting word now that this is Joey Davis, a former 3-time hardcore champion for PCW. I haven't heard about... Wait a minute. Joey Davis, this is the guy that Chris Copeland ended his career months and months ago. Wait a minute, and... Oh my gosh. The man formerly known as Joey Davis now calls himself Genocide. Oh, wait a minute. Choking Mason. Wait a minute. Okay, come on now. This is a little too brutal now. Joey Davis has had, at least 4 months to think about Chris Copeland injuring him and literally almost ending his career. Oh! A huge punch to the side of the face turns Mason inside out and choking him again, just punching him while he's choking him. This is sick. Oh, pushes Copeland. Tension is red high, and Mason going for the knees. Mason needs to slow this man down. He has a lot of anger in him. Tries to pick him up. Oh, it looks like Genocide was trying to deadweight Mason there. Try to fight out of it here. Mason not having any of that. He's got to get this victory tonight to prove to the world that he is a rightful PCW champion. But with moves like a bullhammer, he might retain. I mean, come on, Joey Davis, Genocide hasn't wrestled in nearly 4 months, and oh my gosh, a huge back body drop here. Oh, and quickly into a snapping DDT. Mason landing right on the back of his neck here, and going right back to the punches. This is not Joey Davis that we seen wrestle 4 months ago. This is a new man. This is why he is calling himself Genocide now. This is unlike anything I've ever seen before, how intense he is now. I haven't seen him smile. I haven't even seen him show any emotion. And Tommy Mason getting back into control of the match here and hits a huge suplex on Genocide here. And Chris Copeland, unfortunately, Mason only gets a 2 count. I mean, well, like I said, Chris Copeland and Tommy Mason are clearly calling the shots for tonight, but I doubt neither one of them were expecting this. This is definitely a surprise. Oh, and just flips Mason. Genocide, I have heard, has a great amateur wrestling background, and wait a minute, what's he going for here? Oh, that was like a fisherman suplex, but he didn't even hook the arm, so Mason landing straight on the tippy top of the back of his neck right there. That was a sick move, and it was done with authority by Genocide, a man who has 4 months of built-up anger. Oh, an atomic drop here. Wait a minute. Oh, and another one. Oh, look how quickly he just snapped right into that face buster right there. A flatliner. 1, 2. I can notice that those counts are a little bit slower there. Copeland clearly wants his best friend Tommy Mason to retain that title, but, he's got to do what he's got to do. He's got to count the victory, or Josh Chadwell is able to fire him if he doesn't. So, these guys can goof around all they want tonight. Josh Chadwell's in here, but guess what? All these stuff you guys are doing, and by the way, Genocide, I hope you break Mason's arm right there, but all this little funny stuff Copeland and Mason you think you're doing tonight, screwing Mavericks, which he will get a title rematch. He's entitled to it, and just attacking Mavericks and injuring them. You think all this funny? There will be repercussions. And a huge punch to the head of Genocide. And Genocide has an opportunity to become a PCW World Heavyweight Champion right here and end Tommy Mason's 108-day reign as of right now. And a huge neck breaker. But for a man who's held a title 108 days, he hasn't gotten fluke after fluke. Tommy Mason has worked his butt off to get where he is, but he's kind of taken some shortcuts as of late here. Turning it. Wait. Oh my gosh. Oh, and a huge, many people call that reverse DDT or a Scorpion Death Drop. He used to call that the Davis Death Drop. What do you think he calls it now? The Genocide Death Drop? We'll have to see here. But Mason took his eye off the ball, thought he knocked Genocide down long enough, but clearly didn't. Turned his back on him. Once again, this is a very unexpected opponent. Tommy Mason has had no time to prepare for this. Once again, keeps on chopping at those knees here. Oh my god, a huge power bomb by Mason. Mason showing off his strength. That was a sick, impactful power bomb. Almost dropping Genocide right on the top of his head here. It only gets a 2 count. Genocide already trying to get up after a huge, sick power bomb like that here. Showing some resiliency. And look at that. Tommy Mason showing some technical side, amateur wrestling. He just hooked in a full Nelson there, trying to wear down. It's a wear down submission. It's meant to wear down the back and arms of Joey Davis, or Genocide. Chris Copeland mocking Genocide, putting on that hat he wore out to the ring. Calling him a freak. That's not right, ladies and gentlemen. Wait a minute, Genocide throwing Mason into Chris Copeland. Chris Copeland flying over there. But wait a minute, that's gotta have some kind of repercussion, ladies and gentlemen. Because Chris Copeland, like it or not, he is our special guest referee. Wait a minute, this is a submission hold. This looks to be a Cobra Clutch, is what they call this submission hold. Tommy Mason could either tap out or pass out right here, and we can have a new PCW World Champion. He's trying to fight. Wait a minute. He's calling for the ref. Look at that. He kind of screwed himself over. Tommy Mason easily could be pinning Genocide right now, but Chris Copeland, like I said, paybacks, you know what, Tommy Mason, and you deserve that for all the crap you've put Austin Mavericks through tonight. And he still has that locked on. He's like a pit bull. He's not letting go. Tommy Mason barely escaping here. Tommy Mason going, checking on Copeland, telling him if he just pinned him, pretty much, probably telling him, wait, that stick to the gut, he just cracked that stick right into the temple of Tommy Mason. Wait, that's a foreign object. Chris Copeland didn't see anything. That should be a disqualification. But at the same time, you can't blame him for all the stuff Tommy Mason has done over the past couple months. You can say he deserves this, and he puts that Cobra Clutch. He slaps it right back on. Wait a minute. Tommy Mason looks to be out of this. Do we have a new PCW World Champion? There's one. Drops the hand down 2 more times. It's over. There's the second time. Is this the third time? A third time. Tommy Mason is passed out. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new PCW World Champion. Genocide returns and wins the PCW World title. This is a huge upset. Genocide, wait a minute. He needs to let go. Wait, Chris Copeland telling Genocide. Someone help him. Chris, get him off. Chris Copeland literally trying to rip the hold. He's got the hold locked on. Mason's face is turning red and purple. Someone needs to get that hold off of him. Mason is out of it here. He's trying. Look at that. Pulling the hair. He's trying to get him. Thank God he let go of it. Oh, wait. Oh, tension. Like I said, he ended this man's career at one point. Chris Copeland. Oh, you can't blame him. Oh, my God. Look at how intense this new Genocide is. This is, like I said, this is no longer Joey Davis, ladies and gentlemen. Wait. Someone needs to help Copeland. I'm sorry. I have to go back. What the? I have to go help him.